The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions means that people may have noble or well-meaning motives, but their actions can still lead to harmful or unintended consequences if not carefully thought out or followed through responsibly. It's often used to criticize naive idealism without practicality, actions taken without fully understanding the risks, people who justify bad outcomes by claiming they meant well. Would you like an example or a deeper analysis of its origin or modern usage?
Any examples from history?
Yes. History is filled with powerful examples where good intentions led to disastrous outcomes, often because those intentions were naive, misguided, or implemented without understanding the full consequences. Here are some notable examples. Shash 1, the Prohibition Era, United States 1920 to 1933, intention to reduce crime, improve public morals, and promote health by banning alcohol. Result, it led to the rise of organized crime, Al Capone bootlegging, massive black markets, corruption in law enforcement, widespread disrespect for the law. Moral, trying to enforce morality through legislation backfired spectacularly. Shtuck 2, the Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975, escalated by the US in the 1960s. Intention to stop the spread of communism as part of the domino theory and protect South Vietnam. Result, 58,000 plus US soldiers died. Millions of Vietnamese civilians and soldiers died. The US became deeply divided at home. South Vietnam still fell to communism in 1975. Moral, even with a supposedly noble cause, misreading the region's history and culture led to failure and tragedy. 3. The Cultural Revolution, China 1966 to 1976, intention. Mao Zedong aimed to preserve Chinese communism by purging capitalist and traditional elements from Chinese society. Result, intellectuals were persecuted, cultural heritage was destroyed, millions suffered or died from violence, starvation, and imprisonment. Moral, idealistic attempts to purify society often become tyrannical. 4. The Partition of India, 1947, intention. To grant independence and create separate nations for Hindus, India, and Muslims, Pakistan, hoping to reduce religious conflict. Result, over 10 million people were displaced. An estimated 1 to 2 million people died in communal violence. Moral, poorly planned, rushed efforts, even with noble goals, can unleash chaos. 5. Residential schools in Canada and the US. Intention, to assimilate Indigenous children into European American Canadian culture, seen by officials as civilizing. Result, widespread abuse and trauma, cultural genocide, long-term social damage to Indigenous communities. Moral, patronizing intentions often mask systemic cruelty. These cases show that good intentions are not enough. Without wisdom, humility, and accountability, they can easily lead to hellish outcomes. Want an example related to modern tech or politics?
Any more examples from history?
Absolutely. History offers many more sobering examples where seemingly good or well-meaning intentions led to catastrophic results. Here are additional cases. 6. The Iraq War, 2003, intention to eliminate weapons of mass destruction, WMDs, remove Saddam Hussein, and spread democracy in the Middle East. Result, no WMDs were found. The power vacuum led to years of insurgency and the rise of ISIS. Hundreds of thousands died, millions were displaced. Iraq was destabilized for decades. Moral, even intentions wrapped in freedom and security can become destructive when based on faulty intelligence or oversimplified ideology. 7. The Treaty of Versailles, 1919. Intention, to end World War I and ensure lasting peace by punishing Germany and preventing future aggression. Result, the harsh terms fueled resentment and economic collapse in Germany. It helped create the conditions that allowed Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party to rise, ultimately contributed to World War II. Moral, peace without justice or foresight can sow the seeds for future wars. 8. The Belgian civilizing mission in the Congo, 1885 to 1908. Intention claimed King Leopold II claimed to bring Christianity, civilization, and commerce to Central Africa. Result, the Congo Free State became a brutal forced labor regime. Millions of Congolese died through exploitation, violence, and famine. Widespread mutilation and terror campaigns were used to increase rubber production. Moral, good intentions can become a mask for imperial greed and genocidal cruelty. 9. The War on Drugs, 1970s present, especially in the U.S. Intention to reduce drug abuse and improve public safety and health. Result, mass incarceration, especially in Black and Latino communities. Billions spent with little impact on drug use. Rise of violent drug cartels in Latin America. Disruption of families and communities. Moral, a punitive approach to complex social issues often causes more harm than healing. 10. Eugenics movements, late 19th, mid-20th century, globally. Intention to improve human genetics and public health by preventing undesirable result, forced sterilizations of disabled, poor, and minority individuals, especially in the US and Europe, laid intellectual groundwork for Nazi racial policies, violation of basic human rights. Moral, when science is used without ethics, improvement becomes oppression. 11. The Soviet collectivization campaign, 1928 to 1940. Intention, to modernize agriculture and eliminate inequality by collectivizing farms under communist principles. Result, mass famine, especially the Holodomor in Ukraine, millions died. Violent repression of peasants who resisted. Economic disaster and widespread suffering. Moral, idealism detached from human realities can destroy the very people it claims to uplift. Each of these examples reinforces the old warning: intent is not enough. Actions must be grounded in wisdom, ethics, and awareness of consequence. Would you like examples where good intentions did work out, or do you want to focus on more cautionary tales?
Come on!